now that we have the collar properly fitted, we're going to get into our training. So the way that your dog was taught how to respond to the e-collar is through pressure, much like how we teach our normal on-leash obedience. We teach it with pressure. So we use the slip lead, or we use the prong collar, and we teach the dog how to move with it and how to release it. The stim is exactly the same thing here. So our first thing that we do as trainers is we find the dog's working level. And what that means is I'm looking for the lowest level possible that the dog feels it. Just like when I'm using pressure, I'm using the least amount of pressure possible that the dog feels in order to move with it. Okay, so for shadow, that's a 4. So I have 4 right here on my remote. This big button right here is going to be your stim button. So, break. What I would like you to do when you first start working with your dog is I do want you to work with the working level a little bit, because I want you to understand what it feels like to use that pressure and release that pressure, and what your dog's going to look like when you ask them to do that. So at this point, Shadow knows all of his obedience on and off leash, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to place, which means to go to this cot and lay down and stay there until released. I'm going to say place. I'm going to hold this button. As soon as he starts to move towards the cot, I'm going to release that pressure. If at any point he gets off path, he gets distracted by something, starts walking away from the cot, I'm going to reintroduce that pressure. My goal is to be as quick with this button as possible. I do not want to hold it down. It's just a little tap. Place. He started to move towards it. My thumb's immediately coming off of there. Good boy. That's a very good boy. I'm going to use our release word here. Break. And no pressure there. Good job. Good boy. Break is going to be our release command. There should be no pressure and no reward when you use that. The reward is being free from that command. So I'm going to say that one more time. So I'm going to say place. Pressure. As soon as he starts moving towards it, it's coming off. I'm turning it back on because we got off the cot. It's on, it's on, it's on. It's off because he moved back. Good job. So that's what we do in the learning phase or in the teaching phase. I'm teaching him how to avoid, how to get away, how to turn off that pressure. Very, very important. I want you to understand this because if you're in a situation where you want to teach him something new, or he's very distracted, or your dog is very distracted, this is going to help you. Correcting your dog isn't always the answer. It's really important to understand how they learn and how to communicate with them effectively. Good boy. So now I'm going to ask him to come to me, and that is going to be a command. So I am going to say his name and come. When I do that, I'm going to give a little press on this button. If he starts moving towards me, that immediately is going to come off. Shadow, come. Good. Yes, that was nice. Good job, buddy. Good boy. We're gonna do our place one more time. Place. Immediately he's moving towards it. I release that pressure. Very good boy. Good job. Now you can do this with every single one of the commands that your dog does know. I find it easiest to do it with place because we're doing two things. We're setting them away from us and we're having them come towards us. So you get a feel for that push and pull that we want the dog to understand.